Today we're going to demonstrate how to change the water filter at the Madison home. You will need the following parts. You'll need a replacement filter, a bucket or some kind of basin to catch water in, a few towels, and the plastic wrench to remove the filter housing, which is behind the filter right now. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do is turn off the pump. Make sure that it doesn't try to run while we're changing the filter. You can turn it off by unlocking it and just turning the pump off, or we can just unplug the power. Today we'll do both. So I push down both buttons and hold, and the little padlock goes off, and that will allow me to either stop the pump or just power it off. And I'm going to hit the power button, which will turn on the stoplight. But as a safety precaution, I will also unplug the pump from the power. So now we're ready for the next step, which is to turn off the water. The first thing we want to do is turn off the water main, which is located in the back right there. There's a little turn valve, and you can see that that's the water main that goes into the filter housing. So to turn off the water, you just turn this lever clockwise till it stops and the water main is turned off. Now we also want to turn off the outlet of the water filter, which is located on the other side. Same thing. Turn clockwise until it stops. Now the water has been turned off from the filter. Press this red button, which relieves any additional pressure inside the housing. The next step will be to take this wrench that fits the filter housing and loosen the housing. It turns and then it will drop down. It's best to place some towels down because water will drip and spill a little when it does, and puts this catch basin underneath the filter housing. Then you just take the wrench, slide it up until it is high enough on the notches, and then you will turn, this time counterclockwise, to loosen the housing. And you usually need to do 1 or 2 short turns with the wrench, and then you can slip the wrench off and just loosen it by hand. Now it's full of water, so expect that water will drip out. If you do it slow and carefully, you can usually avoid a giant mess. Now that the housing is removed, just take the towel, dry off around to make sure that when we put it back and we check for leaks, that we won't see excess water and think it's leaking. But you just take the filter, goes down inside the housing like that. Pretty simple. and then set it back into the housing, and you'll need to turn it. Actually, yeah, I said clockwise before, but this is actually counterclockwise to turn, but it'll be obvious which way to turn. So you tighten it up till it's tight by hand, then take the wrench. You don't want to overdo it, but just tighten it maybe just till it's really nice and snug. Then take your towels out, make sure there's no leaks. And the first thing you want to do is turn on the outlet valve. Then we'll want to go back inside farther and turn on the main. Always turn on the main slow, and it will turn this way. It'll only go one direction. This case, it's going to be counterclockwise. When you start to turn it, you'll feel the water start to run. Look for any leaks while you're turning, and then just slowly keep turning all the way up until it stops. You'll hear the water running as it refills the filter housing. Our last step will be to turn the pump back on. Plug the power back in. Hit the power button to start it. Hold down the two arrow buttons to lock the pump. And that's all there is. You've completed a change of the filter. Thank you.